the best robe ever. It's exciting that it's warm, that it's cool enough now to wear it again. Anyway, I am doing a video right now based on my current skincare routine. I think that a lot of you are wondering what I do for my skincare now that I am a Clarins counter manager. And so I thought I would just do this video as an update to my last skincare video. The stuff in that video still applies as far as the steps go. I've just changed the products. So now I am using almost exclusively Clarins products. That is because I get Gratis as a counter manager. However, I know that that's not in everyone's budget. So throughout the video, if I can think of drugstore alternatives to some of the products that I've mentioned, things that I like from the drugstore as well, then I will be glad to make reference to those. I will say, however, by way of a little bit of a pitch that my skin was good before, my skin is much better now. I am a huge fan of Clarins, and so I'm going to make sure I don't mince words about that. The first thing that I do at night, and I'm going to do my night skincare first, the first thing I do at night is I remove my makeup. I feel like removing your makeup is a separate thing from cleansing your skin. And a lot of people have the Clarisonic with the makeup removal speed. This is the Clarisonic Plus that I use every single night. However, I do not use this to remove my makeup. For one thing, I don't want to get my brush all gunked up with makeup. I feel like that the brush lasts longer if I'm not using it for makeup removal. Also, I prefer to remove my makeup with a cream or an oil, like a cold cream, and I did a whole video on cold cream, which I will also put below. This is Pure Melt Cleansing Gel. Pure Melt Cleansing Gel is clear. It has marula oil in it. Just looks like a gel when you put it on your hand, but when you rub it in and it meets the warmth of your face or your skin, it turns into just a full-on oil. That's when the marula oil really makes its appearance, and you literally can use it almost like you're massaging your skin. So I massage it into my skin, I massage it into my eyelashes, I massage it all around my eye makeup, and what that does is it removes my eye makeup completely. It smells fantastic. It removes my eye makeup, it removes all my makeup completely, and then I use a tissue to tissue it off, but it also, I feel like it conditions my skin and just makes it a little more supple and soft. However, if you want something that's a makeup removal product from the store, I always recommend basic, very basic products like almond oil, coconut oil, or you can use cold cream if you would like to just go with something as basic as Pond's cold cream. Any of those things will successfully remove makeup as a pre-cleanse, and that's what we call it, is a pre-cleanse. If you're wanting something a little less expensive than Clarins, those are the products I recommend, but if you can splurge for this, it's amazing. And some people, because it's water rinsable, you can actually rinse this off and then you don't have to use a second cleanser. I just use it as a pre-cleanse though, and I tissue it off. After I pre-cleanse, then I put a little bit of a foaming cleanser on my Clarisonic. Just right in the center of the Clarisonic, this little hole here. I will actually just take a little bit of foaming cleanser and put it on there, and then I'll run my turn my Clarisonic on, and I'll just run for the entire 1 minute. This is the cleansing that I do, and it is definitely something that I've seen a huge difference in my skin from. I feel like that using the Clarisonic sort of has prevented my skin from reacting to the environment in the way it was before. I've said this before in a favorites video. I think that my skin was breaking out, but not in pimples or not in blemishes. Typically my skin was breaking out in that I was getting like raised, itchy spots, and a lot of it was almost like hives, and I think it was just environmental and allergic reactions. So I think this completely cleansed allergens from my skin in a way that nothing else has. So I do use my Clarisonic every single night. I don't use it in the morning though, and I put a little bit of foaming cleanser in the center, and then I wipe, and then I just use it all over, but I get it nice and warm with warm water first. The cleanser I'm using right now, just because I got one as a free gift, is the Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean. I feel like it has way too much perfume in it, and I prefer the Shea Butter Cleanser from Clarins, but this is the one I'm using right now until I'm out of it. The one from Clarins for sensitive skin that has shea butter in it is not as foamy as this type of cleanser, but I feel like it's just a little more gentle and I prefer it. I do think that foaming cleansers work best with a Clarisonic. Cleansing milks and oils, of course, will just kind of make your brush dingy, and they don't seem to rinse away cleanly. So after I cleanse my skin, then I do my eye makeup removal. Now, most of my eye makeup did come off with the Pure Melt Cleansing Gel with the pre-cleanse process. However, sometimes a little bit of eyeliner or mascara will still kind of be trapped into the tight line or the waterline. So what I do then is use the Instant Eye Makeup Remover from Clarins to just kind of get in there and get all the rest of the eye makeup off. I just kind of run it over my eyes up until it is completely gone. The Gentle Eye Makeup Remover by Neutrogena is really good oil-free eye makeup remover, and so that's the one I would recommend from the drugstore. But just make sure it's gentle and doesn't make your eyes burn. It should never ever make your eyes burn. Then after I remove my eye makeup, I will go in with toning. Toning is what makes any sort of treatment products sort of absorb a little more readily and sort of just make your skin a little bit more receptive to anything else. So cleaning with a Clarisonic and then immediately using a toner is, to me, the best way to get the most immediate and long-lasting effects from any other products that you use. The toner that I'm using, as you see, I have a honkin' big size of it because this is Gratis size, is the toning lotion with chamomile from Clarins. It is fantastic. It's one of those ones that I hate to ever run out of because I feel like it's so soothing to my skin. The chamomile definitely contributes to that. And then there's one for oily skin. There's one, there's an extra gentle one with aloe. I don't really like that one as well. It's just the standard yellow. I always just call it the yellow toner, but really it's the chamomile toner. This is the one for dry and normal skin. So I use this on a cotton ball immediately after removing my eye makeup. A great successful drugstore option for a toner is an alcohol-free witch hazel, and Thayer's has a bunch of great options in that regard. I haven't found any other alcohol-free toners from the drugstore that I like as well as just witch hazel that's alcohol-free from like Whole Foods or stores like that. After I tone, I move on to treatment. And under your moisturizer, I feel like that once you reach a certain age, it's always beneficial to use some sort of anti-aging serum. I think serums really make your moisturizer last a lot longer because you don't have to use as much, but they also seem to be a little more concentrated and a little more effective. My favorite serum I have ever tried is the Double Serum from Clarins. This is the product that actually made me take over the Clarins counter at work, that made me say yes to it, because this stuff is fantastic. It works beautifully as sort of a means of making your skin brighter and more fresh, but it also has so many concentrated, it has all these little ingredients that are really concentrated in it. They mix together at the last minute, it's two different chambers, and you spray it onto your hand. It's only that much that comes out, and then you mix it together, and then you just pat it on. And when you pat it on, it absorbs really nicely, and I feel like it just makes my skin feel so nice. It makes it feel extremely refreshed. It makes it feel smooth and even. I've noticed that my skin just looks more even. So this is my favorite Clarins product. This is the product I always say that even if I don't have an option to use Clarins in the future, I will definitely go for this one. I can't really recommend another serum because drugstore serums are obviously going to be made with lesser ingredients. That's why they're less expensive. You do sort of have to splurge a bit on a serum just because of the manner of the concentrated ingredients. Serum-wise, it's hard for me to make a successful dupe recommendation. After my serum, I go with the Super Restorative Total Eye Concentrate. Now, this is a very expensive eye cream for me. It wasn't something that I could really splurge on, like I said, unless I did get Gratis. It is full of all kinds of little treatment ingredients which kind of help with illumination and fine lines and wrinkles and all of that. So I really love it. I feel like it's one of those ones that absorbs really nicely so you can wear it under makeup. So I can use this both day and night and not have to worry about it being too oily around my eye area. I've also noticed that my under eye area has definitely brightened since I started using it. However, if you cannot splurge for something like this, there are lots of really great illuminating eye creams in the drugstore. I think Neutrogena makes one. And then just kind of keep in mind that it's going to be something that is going to be a matter of taste, and really you just want to make sure you're keeping that area hydrated. And if you have an issue with under eye circles and puffiness, you may want to try a gel as opposed to a cream, because usually gels are made specifically for puffiness. And then right before I go to sleep, I put on my night cream. Now the one I'm using right now, I did get again as gratis. This was actually sent to me as bonus gratis last I think like around spring, and I have to hardly use any of it. This is Clarins' priciest night cream. This is the Super Restorative Night Cream. It's really excellent emollient replenishing night cream. Like I said, I have to use hardly any. However, I don't like it as well as the Extra Firming Night Cream, which is sort of the mid-grade night cream that Clarins has. So if I choose my gratis and it's not sent to me, I tend to use the Extra Firming. When it comes to moisturizer though, I've always sung the praises of Cetaphil Moisture Cream. I think if you just need something with basic moisture, it's a great drugstore option. You don't have to have a super bells and whistles night cream. It's just sort of a nice healthy plus. And if you can't really splurge for that, then just make sure you're keeping your skin hydrated. So that's my nighttime routine. And then in the morning when I get up, I will wash my face by using a different method. I love the waterless cleanser called the Comfort Cleanser, the Water Comfort Cleanser from Clarins. It's my very, very favorite thing to use in the morning. It's kind of like a toner and cleanser in one. You don't have to rinse it off or anything. It smells like peaches. I'm out of it right now, so I have gone back to using the cleansing milk with alpine herbs for normal and dry skin. I do have to rinse this one away. I don't find that it works as well if I just tissue it because it leaves a little bit of a film behind. But I just use this and rinse it away right now. I will go back to the Water Comfort Cleanser as soon as I can. You can just use your same, whatever your favorite foaming cleanser is from the night, or you can just rinse your skin off with water and use a toner. A lot of people do that because they feel like it makes their skin feel a little bit less dry in the morning than sudsing it up again. I do not like to suds my skin up in the morning. That's why I use a cleansing milk instead of a foaming cleanser in the morning. And then right after I use that, I do use my toner. Now, if I use the Water Comfort Cleanser, that's sort of a cleanser toner in one, I do not do that. I just use the Water Comfort Cleanser. But I do use my toner in the morning if I don't have that available to me. And then after I tone, I put on my serum again. Again, this is the double serum. This is my favorite. And I use this. I feel like it works so well under foundation. It works really well under my day cream, so I don't really have any issues with it. The next thing that I do that's so important is I apply my eye cream again. Once again, this is a step that I do morning and night, and this is an eye cream that I can use easily throughout the day. However, if you want to use an eye gel or something like that, you might find that it's a little less creamy and emollient, especially if you have an oily area around your eye. So just keep that in mind. And then I finish up right before I apply my primer and foundation. I put on a SPF cream. Now this is the Multi-Active Day Cream from Clarins. Neutrogena has a good one. Cetaphil has a good day lotion. I do find that those cheaper products do burn my face a little bit. The SPF in them, I think. I don't know if it's something about the ratio of ingredients, but this doesn't burn my skin at all. So this is what I use under my makeup. I also tend to use makeup that has an SPF in it, so that just kind of makes it work a little bit better. Just gives you a little bit of added protection. But anyway, so that's kind of just the way that my morning runs. It doesn't take very long. It seems like a lot of steps, but I find that it's really paid off for me, so that's why I'm continuing to do these steps. So again, if you can't afford a good luxury brand products, that's totally fine. You don't have to. You can still have great skin without it. So just make sure that you're following steps that are going to help your skin be the best it can be. And when you reach 40, you do start thinking about that. You start thinking about ways to keep yourself looking fresh and young without having to resort to any sort of major stuff. And I find that this has totally made me happy with how my skin looks, and so I'm just going to keep doing it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any questions, or if you have questions about any other brands. I'm sort of full of a bunch of knowledge on all different brands because of working with a lot of different brands. I don't know about everything, but I do know about quite a few brands. So if you have questions about a specific product, feel free to ask me below, and I hope you guys have a